Welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm Subponicate Poster, and today we are going to be exploring a little new content. This is the Black Emporium, and it was released on all platforms on the 5th of May. It is a special shop. The Black Emporium also appeared in Dragon Age 2, pretty much the same, a shop that sells high-level items. And you had to receive an invitation. It was DLC. Little bit of info about it. And Colin will take us there. They used the same map, cleaned it up a little bit, reused the assets.
I hear the Red Templars are trying to find this place. Not if I can help it!
Unfortunately, they didn't use the same voice actor.
Just break everything.
This guy does a pretty good job, but the other guy was better. Good old Xenon. The original Black Emporium had a lot of objects that you could interact with. Either he would comment on them when you did, or there was some flavor text, or both, to go along with those particular curiosities in his shop. Those have been removed. Again, kind of unfortunate. I don't know if they didn't want to record new voice dialogue, or they were just trying to push this out and didn't want to deal with all the extra stuff. Now the mirror is how you can change the appearance of your character. It's not a full Saints Row experience where you can change gender, but you can completely mix up your face.
Urchin, bring me a moist towelette.
And here you can buy rare weapons that you would find in the game normally by beating quests or bosses, that type of a thing. So if you missed a particular weapon because you didn't do a side quest, then you can come here and buy it. They are expensive, but money's not usually too much of a problem. Everything's purple. And accessories. Same thing. Purple stuff. And legendary schematics. This is where you can buy the schematics for the rare weapons you find throughout the game. They're also very expensive, but pretty worth it. By crafting, you can already break the game, and if you take an extremely rare schematic and throw some good materials in there like Dragon Bone, you can make it better than anything in the base game. These are all the named weapons. And hooray, crafting materials. The very rare stuff is not found here like Dragon Bone, Dale's Loden Wool, but Tier 2 and Tier 1 cloth and metals are available here. So good for tinting if you're low on a particular item, or just if you want to make something and you don't have quite enough, come back and buy some stuff. And regular schematics. This is a good place to find accessory pieces. arms, legs, those types of things. These aren't the super rare ones, but again, if you're trying to do some stuff early, this will be available pretty quickly with the DLC.
Handle the merchandise with care.
Let's go over and check out the mirror. This is the character customization screen that appears when you first start the game. I skipped that because nobody wanted to see it. But you can completely reboot your character's face here. I didn't mess around with butts a whole lot because, unlike Mass Effect, there aren't face codes, they're all sliders, and I didn't want to make her really ugly and then get her back so she didn't look the same. But butts has been in enough scraps. I think we can give her a scar. Some of these options, your face ends up looking like damn hamburger. And you can even customize the scar a little bit by moving it around. Take a closer look at this guy.
An extensive library on the history of forbidden magic.
He doesn't move or anything like that. He's just a still model. But yeah, there seem to be some extra arms and legs in there, so I'm not exactly sure what's up with him.
You may pet the tiny bear, but be gentle. A Magister miniaturized him specially at great cost.
And the tiny bear is running around somewhere.
Chauncey.
You can't actually pet him though, kind of a bummer. There you go. That's the Black Emporium. And there's some badger critter stuck in the door. This happens every time. I don't know what's up. Alright, now we're going to talk about judgments. Judgments are open to you right after you get to Skyhold. And I fucked up. I don't know if I didn't record the correct save or if I accidentally deleted Butts' save. So this is my Kunari Clash.
The Inquisition will sit in judgment, where you will sit in judgment.
People that we've interacted with
Who will I be judging
in the major side plots, if they've fucked up and we've captured them, you get a chance to judge them.
All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Do I really need to oversee even more death? I'm nearly at capacity.
I share your distaste for more bloodshed, but it needn't come to that. The Inquisition sovereign...
You will have the option pretty much to lop everyone's head off, and your Inquisitor will get to do that personally. Or there are some alternatives that are less violent, and some of them are pretty goddamn funny.
Merciful by comparison.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you.
And so here we go. This is the default throne. Now remember way back in the Fallow Mire where we beat the shit out of that Avvar guy? This is your reward for beating the shit out of the Avvar guy.
This was a surprise. After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking. the building with a goat.
Yep.
Chief Movran the Under. He feels slighted by the killing of his Avvar tribesmen, who repeatedly attacked you first. What should we do with him? Where should he go?
You answer the death of your clan with a goat?
A courtroom? Unnecessary. You killed my idiot son, and I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
Don't look at me.
Yeah. This is one of the funnier ones.
You meant to murder Tevinters, but got feisty with your Inquisition.
Basically, he's just saying, well, it's my tradition to do such a thing and I did, but I don't really mean you any harm.
My clan yields. My remaining boys have brains still in their heads.
And now you get your options for judgment.
It seems our conflict was accidental, Chief Movran, but it can't be repeated. I banish you and your clan with as many weapons as you can carry to Tevinter.
Some punishment. So he becomes one of our agents, and that option pretty much everyone approves of. You could have also cut his head off, if you really wanted to, for sullying Skyhold. Now we're gonna stop in the bar and have a chat with Iron Bull.
Inquisitor, come have a drink.
You'll get this scene after you kill your first dragon, as long as Bull was at some point in the party. He doesn't have to finish it out. So the Hinterlands dragon that we got roasted by way back when, after you kill a dragon, still counts for him. And gain a little approval by getting shit-faced with Bull. Why not?
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari.
Bull's got kind of an unhealthy obsession with dragons.
Much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
That thing you just said, you shouted it during the fight, too. What does it mean?
Oh, Tarsidathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
Really unhealthy.
That when it was breathing fire at us.
I know, right?
Okay, Bull. Let's just keep drinking.
Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Why do you think the Gunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
Sorry about that.
Put it like that. I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like.
There's a reference to this possibility in the late game if you're playing a Kunari.
But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink.
Fuck it.
Nice. To dragons.
To whatever this is and the hangover it's going to give me tomorrow.
Anan.
And this is our new bartender.
Inquisitor.
And you are?
The bartender. Cabot.
Cabot is voiced by Mark Meer. So both of the shepherds from Mass Effect make little cameo appearances in this game.
Well, welcome to the Inquisition.
Thank you. Welcome to the tavern.
Where did you study? I assume you're trained.
In bartending? I'm no alchemist. You mix the bottles that don't taste like nug and you pretend to listen. I suppose I trained at home, during feast day family visits. My specialty is ale. Old Antivan recipe. The secret is ale.
You're a bit of a hard ass. Why are you here?
And if I could fight, I'd be in a helmet. If I was a mage, I'd throw fire. And probably be dead. But I can't do anything. Just like the hundreds of people who can't do anything. Who make sure the thousands who can do something, can do it. Besides, if you know a safer place than your castle, do share.
What's the current mood?
Spirited enlightenment. Also drunk.
What's the word out there?
I hear the Arishak was replaced by the Arishak. But he better watch out. In the shadows, the Arishak.
And you can keep asking him those questions and they change from time to time. He will repeat after a while, but some of them are pretty funny. And this is the Ferelden Legacy Throne. You get this throne if you have an origin save on BioWare, which I do.
You recall Gerion Alexius of the Winter. Ferelden has given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid. The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination, on your own life, no less. Tevinter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former magister as you see fit. Remind me, what's the precedent for nearly ripping apart time at the seams?
I couldn't save my son.
And he's still kind of an unrepentant dick.
My fate matters to me.
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You'll lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
Now, if you have the magic perk, you can have him become an agent for you. And if you're a mage, and only if you're a mage, you can have him tranquiled, which is funny, but pisses pretty much everyone off. In this particular case, since he's a stuck-up asshole, we're going to basically make him a servant.
Help them. I will have you uphold that promise. Fiona will take charge of you. Any knowledge, favor, or coin you own will go towards the mage's future.
A headsman would have been kinder.
And it's a pretty popular decision, and he doesn't like it, so fuck you, Alexius. And let's go check in with Blackwall. Apparently he has some weird hobbies.
This is just... it's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
I'm pleased that you feel that way.
Makes me sound like a Chantry sister, doesn't it? Some giddy new initiate.
Blackwall, you're actually supposed to hit the chisel with the hammer.
Girlish enthusiasm. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I even thanked him.
What is this grand tourney?
You've never heard of it?
I'm a fucking elf. Why would I?
It's a spectacle. Song, dance, wine, every amusement you can imagine. But the greatest part is the contest of arms. Prove yourself in the Grand Tourney, and you can make your fortune.
So it's a Ren fair.
How did he help you?
There were 100 men on the field, each one fighting for himself. The knight and I had forged an alliance. It was just the two of us, and we took all comers. The goal, down as many opponents as possible. He always let me deliver the final blow.
That was generous of him.
I think he was soft on you, Blackwall.
Everything. Well, he'd lose nothing. When it was over, he offered to mentor me, to teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
You're here now. A Grey Warden. It worked out.
I suppose it did, didn't it? But I'm older. Hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with.
Aw, that's sweet of you, Blackwall.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens.
And since I was here, I just turned in some of our, warden stuff.
To thank you. There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me. And yet you did.
And that's the dialogue you get if he wasn't with you when you picked him up.
Benefits the Wardens. Then it was worth it.
You've proven yourself to be an honorable woman. Principled. I've great admiration for you. And I've never been more certain in my decision to join you.
Leliana makes sure my sordid secrets never come to light.
Well then, I won't pry. I prefer to go on believing only good things about you.
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of Wardens.
That could very well explain why so many have disappeared.
If this is true, then all Wardens are in danger. Even you. We'd better find your brothers.
I agree. If Hawk's given you an idea where to start, we should get moving.
So we find out that Blackwall so far doesn't seem to have been subject to the calling or any of the other weird shit going on. And this is the Kirkwall Legacy Throne for having a DA2 save. It is probably my favorite. It actually looks like a badass throne instead of a slightly funky chair.
Mayor Gregory Dedric of Crestwood is present for betraying his own constituents.
We found the mayor via a war table mission.
He flooded Old Crestwood to kill refugees and villagers touched by the Blight. The mayor claims it was to spare the rest of Crestwood, but we only have his word.
He's pleading guilty while claiming he's not. Which is it?
There's no cure for the Blight. But I couldn't convince anyone to leave a sick child or husband behind.
So you herded the infected into one place and flooded Old Crestwood. Were no innocents caught in the waters?
Nearly everyone in the village had the Blight. I swear it. Have mercy. I couldn't tell the survivors I'd drowned their own families to save them. I couldn't.
Yeah, we can cut his head off. We can kick him out of Ferelden completely, but since it wasn't really a crime against us, we'll let Ferelden deal with him.
You committed murder on Ferelden's soil. Let them deal with your punishment. Send him to Denerim. He can live the rest of his life behind their bars.
In prison? Maker. I should have drowned with them.
Maybe you should have. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm Subponicat Poster. Join me next time.